Hello students, good morning. Today we are going for the next topic, hypothesis testing. In the last class we have seen hypothesis testing for a large sample. So when n is greater than 30 and when population standard deviation is known. Now we'll see hypothesis testing, same steps, but when the population standard deviation is unknown and for a small sample. So whenever it is a small sample, I told that you have to use a t distribution. So you have to take the value from the t table. So when you can use this t distribution is, I have given two conditions: when population standard deviation is unknown and when it is a small sample. So the hypothesis testing goes in the same way. First you have to mention the null hypothesis and next alternate hypothesis, and whenever you write the alternate hypothesis you have to say whether it is one tail or two tail test, and then alpha value will be given. When alpha value is not given, you have to assume it as 0.05. Whenever alpha is not given, don't get worried, you have to take it as 0.05. So next step, you have to draw a graph, but because this is a small sample, you draw a t distribution graph. So based upon the one tail or two tail, put the rejection region. If it is two tail, you have the rejection on both sides, and if it is one tail, you have rejection on either to the left or right. Then after that, you have to, for the t distribution, I already told you, you need to have degree of freedom, that is n minus 1, and whatever n minus 1 value you get, for that and alpha, find the value of t from the table. So that value will be this border value. If it is one tail or two tail, find that border value. Next step, you have to find the standard error of mean. So whatever standard deviation is given, just use it as the standard deviation of the population. So put a cap by root n. So then next step, you have to find the value of t. So after you find the value of t, compare this t with this t. If it is, this value is less, it is in the acceptance region. If this t value, whatever you find, is greater than the t value from the table, then it goes into the rejection region. You reject the null hypothesis. So based on this t value, whatever you get, compare this with the value of t in the table and accept or reject null hypothesis. So this is the procedure of hypothesis testing using t distribution. That is, whenever you have sample less than or equal to 30 and when population standard deviation is unknown. So this is the method. So now we'll go for a problem and we'll see. This is the problem. So the problem is given a sample mean of 94.3 and a sample standard deviation 8.4 and sample size of 6. So sample size is 6. It is a small sample. And here if you look at the problem, the sample mean he has given and sample standard deviation. So this 8.4 is sample standard deviation. It is not of population. So population standard deviation is unknown and small sample. So you can use t distribution. So test the hypothesis that the value of the population mean is 100. So you have to check for this population mean. So it is, null hypothesis is that the value of population mean is 100. So H naught mu equal to 100 is your null hypothesis against the alternative hypothesis that it is less than 100. So he has directly given you that the alternate hypothesis is less than 100. Use 0.05 significance level. So he has given you some values directly. Okay students, now we'll see the problem working. So here this is the problem they have given, that you have to check the null hypothesis is 100. So that means we have to check this value of null hypothesis. So from the problem we are writing the null hypothesis, that is H naught mu equal to 100. So this you have to mention. Immediately in the next step, the alternate hypothesis, he said against that it is less than 100. So your alternate hypothesis will be H1 mu less than 100. So because this is less than, it is a one tail test. Less will be to the left side. So this is left tail test. So immediately write what is the value of alpha. So because this is a small sample, we take the t distribution curve. So T distribution curve, in the T distribution curve I already said that whatever alpha value you have to multiply it by 2, because in the T distribution you have your rejection regions on both the sides. So these values are for these two rejection regions what they have given. So whenever alpha is given in the T distribution, you have to multiply it by 2. So after you multiply it by 2, alpha multiplied by 2, so it is 0.10, and degree of freedom is compulsory for T distribution, so it is n minus 1, it is 5. So from the T distribution table, at degree of freedom 5 and at 0.10 find the value. So that comes to 2.015. So 2.015 is the value of T. Because it is to the left side, so this will be minus 2.105. So you got this value from the table. The next step is find standard error of mean, estimated standard error of mean, that is sigma cap by root n. And then next step, find T. So this is standardizing sample statistic. You got it as x bar minus mu h naught by sigma cap x bar. X bar is the sample mean. In the problem it is given as 94.3 minus mu h naught, whatever assumed mean in the null hypothesis you have taken this value, that will be mu h naught 100 by sigma cap x bar. So this is 3.4. We got it as minus 1.66. Now compare this 1.66 with this 2.015 from the graph. So this is minus 2.105. I got minus 1.6. This minus 1.6 is less than this minus 2. It comes into, that is, its value will be somewhere before this minus 2. So it is in the acceptance region. So you accept null hypothesis in the next step, in the last step. Then you have to write the conclusion in terms of the problem. In the problem he is asking you to check that the null hypothesis is 100. So we conclude that the population mean is 100. So this last step you have to write in terms of problem whatever he has given you. So this is about the problem. I'll send some more problems.